STEM versus English major, antithetical or cooperative. Hi and welcome. My name is Cynthia and I am the Communications Director for STEM Scholars. I have a bachelor's degree in English, which is what I will speak about today. English degrees have long been sidelined, particularly by STEM fields. Previously excluded from potential majors lists by STEM-interested students, the English major has come a long way in asserting its utility. When one thinks of STEM studies, English degrees do not ordinarily come to mind. But not only are the skills acquired during the pursuit of an English major advantageous to STEM fields, they're universally pragmatic. Aside from electives, here is what is listed as the core curricula for the English major at 3 different four-year institutions that award undergraduate or bachelor degrees. CUNY Queens College, a city university, SUNY Purchase in upstate New York, a state university, and an Ivy League, Harvard University. There are typically introductory courses that address categories and backgrounds such as literary theory, critical reading and writing, and form at the freshman level. As you can see, this structure is very similar across the different institutions. The English major achieves breadth by requiring a span of topical literature courses across genres, periods, and geography, culture, and populations. You not only read but learn about thinking, communication, theory, persuasion, and analysis in the context of the aforementioned aspects as well as history and the human experience. Most non-English majors are unaware of the beautifully prismatic concision with which English courses deliver inherently complex material. At baseline, you address technical aspects, forms, rules, and styles, how to construct a poem, what makes a short story, what are the types of drama. Then there is a historical timestamp. Publication date aside, many works of literature, whether implied or stated, have a setting date. From when and where is the story told, and from whose side? What is the viewpoint? Is this writing trying to comment, criticize, compliment, convince, condemn? Does it use alliteration or a particular theory to make its argument? Then, what is the actual story? Many English courses combine theory, history, culture, and the experience of a particular period, hopefully in a technically masterful way where the reader is not distracted by convoluted writing, that leads the reader on a meticulously crafted journey where each letter and punctuation mark holds meaning. One would think that with all this planning, all pages would lead to Rome, but actually the finished product is all roads. It is the whole map. The aftermath of great writing can be manifold. That is the beauty of the written word. When a work is consumed, interpretations are made, intersections unveiled, discourse ensues. In art, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. As literature is also art, the meaning and kind is also in the mind of the beholder. Conclusions are shared, remolded, adjustments made, then rediscussed. In this manner, literature is organic and lives eternally. As beguiling as all this is, the English major isn't just about reading, writing, or even understanding. It is about the skills acquired while processing what is consumed. These abilities are typically honed under the heavy workload required of English majors. In the same way that a mathematician or physicist continuously solves problems, students of literature analyze text ad infinitum. They read, write, reread, and rewrite. Think of how many generations have studied Shakespeare or applied Foucault or Derrida. As you can now see, the English major is not simply about books. Many schools require concentrations or specializations, including but not limited to classical studies, comparative literature, creative writing or composition, and rhetoric. Rhetoric is defined as the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing. Every time you speak or type, you seek to affect or persuade. Each word, or these days even emoji chosen, can change the tone and either affect or alienate your audience. Your every communique is, in essence, rhetoric. Though we casually perform skills such as these on a daily basis, English courses can still be intimidating. Many believe the subjectivity of writing and grading leaves them vulnerable. But there are hard skills associated with language, just as with STEM majors: grammar, spelling, diction, punctuation, usage, clarity, conciseness, citation, and more, which all have clear, explicit rules that anyone can follow. Many instructors will weight these technical, very attainable skills in their grading rubric. A sample grade rubric for composition may look as follows: ideas and originality, 30 to 40%, technical skills and clarity, 40 to 50%, style and voice, 10 to 20%. This is a simplified breakdown of grading meant to show that tangible rules can account for a large portion of your grade. It is not comprehensive, and of course, instructors may venture quite far from this depending on the purpose of the particular assignment. In essence, writing must say something and lead your audience somewhere. The something should be said in a clear and logical manner, with support presented also in a clear and logical manner. Again, this skill set is well within reach. If you are not yet convinced of the merits of an English degree, here is a breakdown of soft and hard skill sets you will acquire that will help you in STEM fields and beyond. Though not always tangible, the skills obtained during the pursuit of an English degree are vastly generalizable. Analysis, critical thinking, adaptability, problem solving, persuasive writing, grammar, diction, clear communication, cogent writing skills, knowledge consumption. I know we can all think of multiple areas and jobs that use each and every one of these skills. Since this is about the English major, you didn't think I'd let you go without speaking a bit about what you were probably most worried about, do you? Here are some useful writing tips I have amassed over the years. Note that no one part is more important than another. You may have mastered some of these items or have more to add to this list. Either way, you should make your own and refer to it often. Coming back to establishing your huh. You should consistently reestablish your huh. It is the answer you give to your friend whose response to your brilliant yet mad 2 a.m. scribbles is a scrunched up face. Huh? They say. Your huh is the response to this question mark face. That said, why are you writing at 2 a.m.? Plan to break up your work. Good writing takes editing, and editing takes time. Rarely can we create magical, errorless compositions that are effective and cohesive at the last minute, subject to stress, under pressure. Plan for at least 3 drafts. Not only will each draft take time, each draft may take you in a completely different direction. You may find while you write that you find an even more ingenious idea. Allow for this, which leads me to the brain dump. A brain dump is exactly what it sounds like. You empty your brain onto the page. Rhyme and reason are not yet required. This is so you can capture all of your brilliant ideas that are threatening to evaporate. Absolutely no editing is allowed during this phase, which of course can be repeated. Again, take your time. If this process has been done correctly, you have already planned for it. Relax and let your ideas formulate. Dump all the pieces of the puzzle out, then assemble in a compelling order. Once you've compiled some semblance of ideas, read aloud. Words sound very different from the way they look on paper. There are 2 known phenomena working against you. Number 1, your astute brain magically connects the dots and completes words as you read. This is why we can read misspelled words and why typos seem to prevail like unwelcome guests. Your astute brain magically connects the dots and also completes thoughts as you read. Remember to complete your argument. You know what you want to say, but you've heard it before, so sometimes you forget to write it down. Your brain sees your argument as a cloud of information. Your job is to definitively capture it in its entirety. A nice way to utilize your phone is to record yourself reading your work, then following along to see if what you hear is what you see and what you want to say. Now, this last one needs no clarification, but I will give it anyway. There are instructors out there who will literally take a point off for each spelling, grammar, and punctuation error. Harsh, but I don't blame them. In the age of autocorrect and spell check, why shouldn't we be held to higher standards? Again, a hard skill barely defined by a very long list of very clear rules. The only reason to make these kinds of mistakes is a refusal to check again, and again, and again. Take pride in your work. This speaks to your attentiveness and dedication, or chronicles your lack thereof. An embarrassing typo following you around for your entire academic career is an altogether preventable occurrence. One last key point. Do your own research. It is worth mentioning that there are always gen ed requirements for your college and/or institution. I've seen schools that have 3 separate lists of requirements, one for the overarching institution, one for the college within the university, such as School of Management, School of Education, School of Math and Sciences, and then for the actual major. Whatever major you choose, please seek out advisors, plural, at least 2, one for your major through the appropriate department, and for your school at large via academic advising. Be sure to check out some of our other major videos. Thanks for watching.